Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Conan Exiles. Today, in this video folks, we're going to be testing out some of the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, and we're going to see which one does the most damage, as there are several Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. Now obviously, there is a reason for this, and of course I want to see what the difference in melee damage is between a Orb Thrower, a Archer, and of course a Fighter. So if you folks enjoy this video, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel. Who knows, you might just enjoy them. Also remember to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content. And of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Seftopia Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video's description as well as in a pinned comment. With that being said and done, we've got 3 Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. There are 3 variations of these guys. And we've got here a Fighter. This is the weapon he comes with. As you can see, they do have a decent amount of HP. They'll all be wearing, of course, the Silent Legion armor set. We're going to try and test them out with the Till of Sorrow two-handed weapon. I was thinking of trying out the bow and see if they do anything different. I'll give that a go. If it takes too long, then I'll probably scrap that idea. The idea is to see which one does the best melee damage as such. If the bows work well, I'll include it in the video. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So that's what I'm going to be using. Till of Sorrow. As you can see, there are 2 bows. I have 2 bows there set up, but I'm probably going to use a dragon bone bow just as a test. Over here we have the Archer. Same setup, and here we have the other Fighter, which has a demon orb in his inventory just to show you. So these guys do come out of the Wheel of Pain with daggers and a orb in their inventory. Now going to these guys, these are the Thralls that people tamed with 40,000 HP. Now from what I understand, on official servers these guys have been killed, however not on private servers. So you can go, we don't need them. And over here in the next video, I'll be testing out these guys as well. So we've got a Fighter, Archer, and of course a lot of people have been saying that the bearers, the named bearers, are of course good Thralls to use for boss fights and all that sort of stuff. So we'll test out the named bearers that I've got over here. So I've got 1 of them, and we'll see what the damage difference is between these tier 4 Thralls. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's get into it. We're going to make sure I've got everything that I need. I have set up a little fighting arena because they do tend to fall off the cliffs, which is annoying, and have to reset. So this should avoid any of that. I do have food in my inventory. We're going to test them with food. So let's just wait for my Thrall to spawn in. Hopefully he does decide to spawn in. This is the annoying bit, but I do want to include this because there is that glitch with the food not showing in their inventory, and I just want to show that I'm going to put food in it, and obviously all the tests are the same. Sometimes I've noticed that it works well. Oh, there we go. When I jump down from here. So we've got this guy over here. This is our wonderful Fighter, and you did see that I set up a little arena with a little perch. I did try using the archers to see what happens, but it takes forever for a Thrall to actually take down a boss. So as usual, I will be using the demon bat boss that you can find in the unnamed city, just because I think this guy is the best that we can use. We could use the, of course, the undead, but we'll just go with this. So for those that haven't watched any previous videos, the way I'm going to do this, the moment the Thrall hits the boss, I will start the timer. We will see how long it takes the Thrall to take down the boss. Obviously, I have removed cloak, so the boss does aggro on me and therefore aggroes the Thrall. I don't want to influence how the fight goes down. We're only here to time it. Now, do bear in mind that times might vary depending on the combos the Thralls do, as they do have different damage. Also, thank you to all the people that suggested that I use Q to target on the boss to show the hit bar of the boss. it does actually work, and it does actually help with not having to hit him. Alright, so this guy is doing okay. He's pretty much one-manning the boss, which is quite good. Now this is going to be interesting because he seems to be doing a bit slower than in previous tests. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Or might just be me. I think he's doing okay actually. No, I'll scrap that. He's still under the 2-minute mark. Now, in the recent patches, these guys have had something done to them because they do a bit more damage. Of course, they also have had their health increased, but as you can see, he is doing really good, and he's pretty much at the moment quite close to the bandit leader and captain. Okay, so the time is 1:45 for the fighter. I'll go and put this guy back, and then we'll bring another of the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers in this arena. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, here we are with the second Thrall. This one is a Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, and it is a archer. As with all of them, I will put the grilled steak in their inventory. He's also wearing the exact same armor, so let's put some food in, get the boss in. It really annoys me that it doesn't show the food in your inventory. That is so annoying, but I guess I'll make do with what I have. Just to double check. Okay, I've got everything here that I still need for the final test. So now I'm interested to see what level of damage and how long it'll take an archer to take down the exact same boss. We'll wait for him to aggro on us, and the timer has now started. We'll see how long it takes this particular archer to take down the boss. I'm expecting the archer to do less damage, so therefore it might take it a lot longer than the other Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers to take down the boss. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. If the video or this particular fight is very long, which it doesn't look like it's going to be. I mean, there might be some change in time, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as I initially thought it would be for an archer. If it is long, however, I will put a timestamp for the end of this fight down below in a pinned comment. Also, with the next video, I will be testing out a named archer, again with a melee weapon, just to see what happens. And for the purposes of these videos, I will be using the Teal of Sorrow two-handed sword with the spiked fitting, just because the Sword of Crom is one of those swords that you can probably now just get through admin commands, so I want to keep these tests as realistic as possible. I could go with the Sword of Crom sword, it's just that people haven't been able to find it. I have been farming the bosses in the unnamed city in my spare time, and it's not dropped or anything, so I'm thinking maybe something's happened with it and it's not in the game for the moment. Maybe because it's broken or something of the sort, we don't know. But it's not dropping at the moment, so I'm just sticking to Teal of Sorrow as a two-handed weapon. So he seems to be doing okay with the time. He's definitely going to be fairly close to the fighter, which is, I suppose, a bit of a surprise to me. I mean, the fighter did it in 1 minute and 45 seconds. I think we won't be that far off. I mean, clearly a fighter is far better than an archer because obviously they will probably have better stats in terms of the damage they do with weapons, with melee weapons. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, there seems to be, I think we're going to be close to the 3-minute mark by the looks of it. And I'm guessing the time difference would be somewhere around a minute. Maybe over a minute, but we'll see. Alright, so we're 1 minute over the time that the fighter dished out. Okay, so 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's the difference between an archer and a fighter using melee weapons. Okay, next up we're going to be taking out the other fighter. So it's classed as a fighter, but it does come out of the Wheel of Pain with a demon orb. So I'm going to set this fight up. This is what it comes out. It's daggers and a demon orb, which is an explosive weapon that he throws. We're going to take that off of him and leave him with Teal of Sorrow and see what happens. Now, in my travels in the game, I have had used these guys in the past, taken out the demon orb, and they seem to spawn it back into the inventory from time to time. I'm not sure how often and frequent they do that, but do bear in mind that to do that. The reason I'm showing you this is because I know that he will do something specific when he spawns in the demon orb. So we'll see if he spawns it in this fight. He doesn't do it for every fight, but sometimes they will spawn that demon orb back into the inventory, which does significantly affect the amount of damage that these guys do, and I do mean significantly. We'll see how this fight goes down. If it goes down well, I will then put that demon orb back in his inventory and we'll restart the fight just to show you what happens and to be aware of it, of course. So this is going to be interesting. He seems to be quite good at damaging. I mean, from these tests, from what I'm seeing, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers are pretty darn powerful. Makes me wonder if they are now tier 4 Thralls or tier 3. Because they are pretty much very close, or almost on par with some tier 4, a lot of tier 4 Thralls. The captain and the bandit leader are not very far in damage compared to the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, so I don't really know what to think of these guys. I mean, they are ridiculously common and easy to tame in the Unnamed City. I've made videos on their locations and where to get them, including how to tame them, for those that are interested. And I still think these guys, well, if they were good, they are now amazing. So, definitely worth picking these guys up. I don't know for how long, I don't know if this is a glitch, if it's intended to be this way, but they are making short work of this particular boss. There we go, 156 for this guy. So just 2 seconds compared to the fighter. Now, he is good, but as I said, I've noticed that they tend to spawn in those demon orbs in their inventory. Now that significantly increases or decreases or affects, better said, the damage that they do. And you will see in a bit. Let me just spawn one of these in. We'll put it in his inventory. Where is it? Hold on a bit. I probably misspelled it. Yeah. Let's try this now. Okay. So, there we are. We'll get one of these out. We'll put it in his inventory. We'll summon in the boss again. And we will let them fight. And you'll see what a difference this makes. It's really weird. I think this is all to do with the AI being broken for these particular Thralls. Just a second. Going into the wrong section here. So we'll want the same boss. I'm not even going to time this because I know what's going to happen. There we go. So he starts out with the combos as usual. Just give it time and see what happens. Now he's put his sword away. He wants to take out the orb. No, he puts the sword away. Orb. Takes the sword out. Orb. But doesn't actually hit in that time. He'll spend a lot of time doing this. This has basically become a damage sponge. He's just taking damage. He's not really doing anything, despite the fact that he could do some serious damage. So he'll hit from time to time, then swap to the orb, gets hit, takes the sword out, goes back to the orb without actually hitting in between those attacks. So obviously this will affect the amount of time. So be careful for the NPCs that spawn in the unnamed city with the demon orbs. I'd probably not bother with taming them. I'd just kill them because they're useless for this really bad AI. So as you can see, he'll do some combos, and then I'm trying to get a good view of this guy taking out the orb. There we go. There we go. Orb in hand, sword out, one kick. And he just keeps doing that over and over again, making the fight that much more longer. So I just thought I'd point this out. I'd probably stick with the archers and fighters for the moment until this little issue with the AI gets fixed. That is it for this video, folks. This was the Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. Definitely worth picking these guys up. They are ridiculously common in the unnamed city and easy to tame as well. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.